Hello viewers, it is Super GT here once again now. We are back with the stock car challenge. I'm venturing into unknown territory here. We have the Bugatti Veyron, there it is. Check out the stats on that thing. It's 10 for speed, 9.8 for acceleration. It's going to be an absolute monster. The handling and brakes are absolutely shocking though. So it's going to be very interesting as we get off the line at Hockenheim. We've got a very laggy Mini causing chaos, and he spun up the Nismo Nissan GTR race thing, and I'm off. We've spun around, not been the best start at all. 19th out of 21. He's actually spun himself out on the curb nearly there. Laggy Mini off on the side. He's caused enough chaos in this lobby as it is. Now into turn number 2. Looks like, well, a nice orgy of destruction ahead. As we head around the left-hander Porsche, very slow. We're going to drag past him. That thing's actually fairly quick. Look at the speed of that thing, considering this is a Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. Over 260 miles an hour top speed. As we come down here, we're going to just start braking shy of 200 miles per hour, which is obviously a bit too late actually to go very deep into the hairpin. But we managed to stay ahead of the green car there, the green Lambo. Going back up the track into the right-hander, you can see this car is so heavy, literally it just doesn't want to turn basically. We're just going to make a bit of contact with the Ultima on our outside, then into this one. Going to go for the guard back, but it's not really on. This car it doesn't really turn. As soon as you put the throttle down, it just doesn't really want to turn at all, and well, it just doesn't turn anyway, regardless of how quick or slow you're going. Dipping my two wheels into the gravel, slowing myself down. Now we're in 16th place. We know the rules. Anyone who gets beat has to smash up their Xbox or their disc, and I do make sure that everyone does it, so there's no escape. So race me at your peril if you're too slow. Coming around the last corner, we're going to round out lap number 1 in 14th out of 20. We've got a couple of people behind them, and then as we move towards the end of lap number 2, back into the stadium section, the final sector of Hockenheim. Now we're going to go on the brakes just too late, dip our wheels into the gravel. We were catching up with a massive group then. We're going to try and get back past the Nissan, well, on the grass it looks like. So yeah, cutting that one rather nicely. And then we're going to go side by side through the last couple of corners. Just going to chop ahead of him there to maintain 14th. He's bricking it. He's got 2 laps to try and get back past me. Otherwise, his Xbox is going in the bin. A little bit wide there. Again, brakes not adapted to them just yet. Almost collected by the Nissan into turn number 2. Getting a feel for it now. You can see they're actually clipping an apex for once. Don't get used to that though, because it probably won't happen too many times. Porsche off onto the grass. And it's a deja vu of lap 1 there. Going to go back past him down the long banana straight towards the hairpin. Can we get the car stopped in time? No, clearly not. A little bit deep. Is the Porsche going to cut back on me? Yes, he is. There he is. So the Porsche back through, but then we do have a developing gap behind us as we move on to lap number 4. This is the situation. We have someone right on our tail. We're in 12th place, currently beating about 6 people who will be very unhappy at the end of this race. Now we're going to try and keep this guy behind into the left-hander. It's a repeat of lap 2, a little bit too deep, and it's just going to give him the space to go into and through into 12th. So not a disastrous first race. This is the Veyron after all. It really is not a great car for our class, not stock anyway. It's just so heavy. It's an absolute monster. It's more like a planet than a car. It takes about 4 years to get it to turn in. There are the results, and beating quite a few people. A couple of people rage quit knowing that they would lose to me, but there's no escape. They still have to smash up their Xboxes. Off the line we go. Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit. Look at the launch this thing has. The stats don't lie on that respect. Into the first turn then, we're going to go for a nice inside line. Look at this guy's driving on the right hand side here. Barges me out of the way, and then up here barges into an Aston Martin, cuts across the grass, then comes back and smashes into the other guys. So yeah, shocking driving from that guy. And then I've benefited out of all of that to go up into 3rd place. Now this is the only way really that I can have any sort of success in this kind of lobby, in this kind of car, is to try and get a very good start and then just hope that everyone smashes the hell out of each other, which is actually very likely, we all know that. And hopefully I can try and build a gap here, get away before anyone actually realises what the hell is happening. The fact they're getting beaten by a stock Veyron, which really should not be happening. No one should be losing to this car. No one at all. Even a level 1 noob shouldn't be losing to this. It's coming back up the hill. We are still in 3rd place. We come into this chicane, braking just a little bit too late, and then we're going to have a car pass us on the outside there. It's a Zonda. It's a Bugatti around the outside, or is it the Zonda? Is it the C12? Is it both? I don't know. Something. It's a Bugatti, I know that. And then coming through the kink, you can see there, as soon as you get back on the throttle, it just doesn't want to turn. It's a really strange aspect of this car. And then coming into this one, the guy behind me there just drove into the tyre wall. It didn't sound like there was any contact. He just drove straight into the wall. Obviously a bit scared of me. Didn't really want to make any contact, so decided the best thing for him was to go straight into the wall. So nice job there, mate. Well done. We're going to skip ahead. End of lap number 2. This guy's going to go for the cutback. We're still, well, we're just about in 4th now. Going to cut across just about, keeping off the throttle to make sure we don't go wide again. And then into the chicane. Well, braking late again. So that didn't go well. And now we can try and go up for a massive lunge from about 2 million miles back up the inside of the Aston Martin. It's worked, but then he's got me back, so it hasn't actually worked. And then you can just see the speed difference through this left-hander on the exit. He's just got so much more drive than what I've got. And then at the end, the pack were hunting me down. They really were. They were trying very hard to keep their Forza consoles, or Forza discs and Xbox One consoles intact, but it wasn't going to happen. I was going to finish in 6th place out of 18 people. There we go, beating 12 sorry people who will now have to fork out for another console. Bill Gates is not happy with me right now. I'm beating far too many people. We move to Sebring. Let's see what we can do then. Great launch of this car. We've got to look at this, just going past everyone like knife through butter. Very easy. Up into 5th place as we go into the first turn, going for a nice inside line, often the safest place around that first turn. Going to move across, and then we've maintained 5th place. Now into the second turn, we're going to turn right here. I am going to brake a tiny bit too late, make contact with the Audi, but then the Aston pushes me on again, and then the Audi falls victim to that. So unfortunately, I think that first hit wasn't too bad, and the Audi would have survived. But then the second hit came from this guy, who's going to do this. Well, he's going to kind of ignore the fact that there's track limits and just go flying across. Not there, but there as well. So nice big corner cuts from that guy. So well done to him for showing great sportsmanship. That was a boring race. I finished 8th, but still beating quite a few people. We move then to a very interesting race around Road America. It's the west route. It's an interesting circuit, this one. Really not suited to this car at all. So obviously not a good start. We're going to try and track down our Aston Martin friend though, after a couple of seconds after that RKO, and then try to follow him through the pack. This corner here, I've never understood the line through there. It's really a weird one. And then coming up the hill, look, he's just going to punt the other Aston Martin off. This guy, he needs to be stopped. He really does, because this is just absolutely filthy stuff, and he would be in prison if I was in power. Definitely. Well, I mean, I'll bring back capital punishment for that. I was minding my own business and then that happened. This guy just went flying into the side of me, obviously thinking he's some sort of funny joker. But I get the last laugh here because at the end of the race I actually beat him, so he has no console left. So unfortunately for him, I got the last laugh in that matter. Coming around the last corner then, we have only a matter of seconds to finish, and look at this guy on the right hand side in 10th. Well, I'm 10th now, so just before the finish. I beat him. So there we go, the list gets ever bigger. And I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I will be streaming more often, so do check out the channel for the stream I did on Sunday night. Highly successful, a lot of people watched it and found it very enjoyable, so I'll do more of those in the future. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Stay clean out there, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, goodbye.